That's going to be great. I'm going to get a full body wax if we've got the judges from Model coming in.
You might need to.
I want to be ready for that. You know, most of us, of course, would get dressed up to go out to a nice restaurant.
Yeah.
Right? There's a group of New Yorkers who'd rather get dressed down. The group of clothing-optional diners gather once a month at different restaurants across New York.
And the craze is catching on right across the states. To find out just what this cheeky mob get up to, we're joined by the founder of the New York group, John Ordover. Good morning to you, John.
Good morning to you, too.
Now, nudist restaurants, they tell me, aren't an entirely new concept. But tell us how your group first started up.
Well, my wife and I are longtime nudists, and we were invited to a nude dinner much like the ones we have in Philadelphia. And we went, we had a great time, and I said, I bet I can do this in New York.
John, you sexy thing, has a restaurant ever said no to hosting one of your groovy get-togethers?
No, I think mainly because this is just, you know, it's New York City and we're not the strangest group they ever saw. I mean, the first place I called up ever to do it, they said, I said, we want to be nude, and they said, yeah, right, what day, what time? And I said, listen, do you really understand that we're not going to be wearing clothes, we're going to be naked? And they said, yeah, what day, what time?
John, when they're serving you, what sort of reaction do you get from the restaurant staff?
Oh, after about 5 minutes, they're completely fine with it. As in fact, is anyone who actually comes and joins and you know, comes with us. But they are also, presumably, they care about the fact that there's a mandatory 20% tip for any large group in New York.
Right.
And so they're probably, yeah, it's probably not the weirdest thing that happened to them that week. It's New York.
Do you take out the whole restaurant, or is it possible that Beck and her husband walks in on a table full of nude people in the corner?
Well, we certainly happily invite Beck to walk in anytime she would like, but no, we for the most part, we've had one person walk in while we were setting up and then decide not to join us. And at one point, there was a group of Marines in the private room above our private room, and a couple of our women ran up, burst naked into their room, and then pulled them down to join us.
John,
and then we all sang the Marine hymn to them, and yeah.
That sounds great. John, I want to ask you, what do you actually get out of it? Surely the chicken and the steak doesn't taste any different, does it?
Well, we're nudists, and we like to go do things the way we feel comfortable doing it, just like you would like to do things the way you feel comfortable stuck in those hot clothes under the studio lights. Also, it's a great time if you want to eat like a messy sauce or something like that, because you don't have to worry about spilling it on your clothes, because you personally are wash and wear.
Yeah, because so you can eat spaghetti bolognese, because every time you eat spaghetti bolognese and you've got a white shirt on, bang on so you can eat spaghetti bolognese.
You would not get spaghetti bolognese sauce out of John's chest hair in 100 years. Look at that crop he's got going on. John, are there any special rules or regulations when you are one of the diners?
Well, I would say don't make fun of the guys with a lot of chest hair. But other than that, we do have to cover the seats. You have to cover the seats, and we just always carry towels or sheets or something like that. The health codes were never even conceived of this, so there's no laws against it, except that the restaurant people have to keep their clothes on because of health code regulations. I mean, the cook has to cook, the servers, they have to be dressed.
John, during the day, you're a web marketer and your wife is actually in publishing. Then on weekends, you sort of strip off and you go out and eat. Do you feel like you're living a bit of a double life?
Well, it's certainly hard to maintain a secret identity when you're on worldwide television. No, our friends all know about it. It's not something, you know, that it might hurt my wife professionally, but it doesn't really matter among our friends. In fact, when our friends find out about it for the first time, they say, "Of course you are, John. I mean, of course you're a nudist, John. Why wouldn't you be?"
John, it's been an absolute treat talking to you this morning. Seriously, I would give all the money in the world to be there when the sound guy rips that gaffer tape off your chest. It's been good talking to you, and good luck continuing to take your own seat covers to restaurants for your nude gatherings. We thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, John. Whoa.
What would you do? You walk into a restaurant.
Yes.
And the